Thank you. Welcome to our Divine Origin Forum. Tonight's topic is Wake Up from the Dream. Please remain muted as we start with an opening prayer. We call the benevolent beings of light, archangels, and ascended masters to guide and inspire us during this forum. Our forum's vision is to bring the understanding, tools, discipline, and support for those seeking to enter the straight and narrow path, the road less traveled, that will lead us along effectively and steadily through the ascension process. Integration of the human experience with our divine origin is moving us full circle to achieve our divine potential. So be it. We thank you for answering the call from on high to attend the forum. Let us join our hearts and minds in preparation to receive the blessings offered. We ask you to please release your day from your mind and center yourself. Breathe in deeply, hold it, and release. Breathe in deeply, hold, and release. Take one last deep breath in and release. Relax the tension in your body and your mind. Now bring your full attention to the forum. Be fully present in order to receive and fully retain the discourse gifts. And Christine, please start our quote.
The video that we just saw, the short one, very, very important. Watch what you say, because you're getting closer and closer to being able to manifest as you speak. This is what's coming, and you need to practice right now because it's going to make a big difference in your life. That's why when people say to me, I can't, or, oh, I'll try it, but not really mean it, that's exactly what's going to happen. If you say that you're sick, that's what's going to happen. If you give in to what appears to be happening, it's actually an opportunity for you to turn it around, because you don't have to fall for it. You don't have to believe it. And if you don't believe it, then it doesn't exist in your world. But you've got to practice this and really mean it. And when you speak, please be very, very careful not to say things that you don't want in your fields, in other people's fields, or that will lead you, because you've stated it, into a situation you don't want to be in. Become the master of your life. Watch what you say. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Christine. Thank you. And Barbara, can you please begin the discourse?
Yes. Waking up from the dream is the topic tonight. And that series of interviews that he did was all of the different aspects of how you do this. Honestly, it seemed like each individual one had a different feel to it and a different topic. But these are the things that we need to do ourselves. The path of compassion, the very last thing he spoke about, is the hardest path that you can take. It's the path that Jesus took. The path of compassion is the leading you to the oneness, becoming so aware that the suffering of another is showing you the suffering that you've had, to feel in your heart and understand what they're going through and want to help them in some way or form. But the best way you can do it is to send them light. And that light will lift them up so that they also can find their way through the darkness. Unless we do each of us this path, to wake up out of this dream that we're living. This entire life and all the lives we've lived here was always an assimilation according to where you are in your understanding of energy, how to manage it, how to love, how to feel. This is where you start gaining understanding of what in God's name is going on here. You create every moment of your life, and you say to yourself, wow, why would I put myself through this? Why do I have to suffer so much? Why do I have to cry? Why do I have to hurt? Why does my body start breaking down? It's all because of the frequency that you have inside you, multiple frequencies. You're not just operating on one level and then move to another. There's parts of you that are working in 3D. There's parts of you in 4D. There's parts of you even in 5D. And that's what you're trying to do, is get everything pulled together on an even plane. And how do we do it? Every level has a polarity on both sides. So love and hate, believe it or not, are on the same line. Dark and light on the same line. What we're doing when I say to pull yourself into your center, it's pulling yourself into the center of the line. That's where your holy higher self is, right in the center. One of the biggest setbacks for all of us is living in the past. We keep bringing up what happened, what happened, what happened. That's our ego working us. There is no past. We're still sitting in the same holy moment that we always were in. But what frequency are we working at this holy moment? This holy moment right now? That's the question you ask yourself. And then you'll find out there's still some shadow in you. Your higher self is saying, she's asking, or he's asking, and I'm going to show them exactly what's going on. So we wake up the next morning and we have an experience. Please never, ever call it bad. Never call it bad. Every bit of suffering is because it's showing you, your higher self showing you, you still are carrying this within your fields. You don't want it anymore. You don't want to be in that pain. You want to be in your joy all the time. But joy and sadness, right? Same line, just not in the middle yet. You're bringing every experience in, consciously or unconsciously, because you want to be in that sacred place, that center, that 0 point. You want to be there, and you will be there. You have days when you are there. Everything works so simultaneously. This happens and that happens. Everything comes together in perfect harmony. That's to show you you're doing a good job and you're working. But on the days when things are just not working out, everything's jumbling and falling and happening in a way that's very discouraging. Don't get discouraged. Recognize it. Coming out of the dream is to recognize, okay, what's going on is the question you ask yourself, and your higher self will show you. You lose something, you can't find it. You ask your higher self, where is it? Your head will turn to the left, and there it is. I'm telling you, living out of the dream and into reality is what you're doing. And you can do this. You can do this and create it for yourself. But this is a practice, an everyday awareness of what's happening in my life. You ask the questions, not for to somebody else. Don't go to psychics and everything because you're giving your power away. Learn to trust the guidance that will come to you when you stop seeking answers from outside yourself. I could not do it at first. I just didn't trust myself. So, as he was saying, part of this is to trust yourself, to love yourself, to know yourself. Once you know and love and trust yourself, you'll start feeling the same way about the people around you. You see, this is a gift you give yourself, but it has to happen in you first. What you don't heal in you, you're going to see around you. Most people just point at that person and say this and this and this about them. But they gave you the gift of showing you a part of yourself that's what you need to work on. Just what you saw in that other person. To come out of the dream is to set your mind that you do your prayers in the morning. I don't care how busy you are. I worked a full-time job. I had children. I went to college all at once, and I still did my prayers. Why? Because when I didn't, I saw the difference in how I experienced my life. And I got tired of not really being centered and having things all scattered and not working out so well. I like a design. I like everything in order. I like things that are in symmetry, harmony, balance. That's what I like. And I want my world to be like that. So what do? I work on the things that aren't in that space. I recognize it right away. I stop myself and consciously make an effort right then and there that no, I'm not doing it that way anymore because it's not bringing me to where I want to be. Do you know where you want to be? That is a very big question. Something you need to maybe meditate on. What do you want with your life? Even though a lot of days you're having great days, things are going well, people around you are healed from you. But is it all the time? What do you want? You tell yourself what you want every day, and you work at it until you see it manifesting in your life. What I do is when I decide and I come to a conclusion of what I want to see in my life, I already thank God as if it's happening, that I am in that state. I create it through belief. I change my belief system from the lack of it to I already have it. And then it starts to manifest. And you don't have to be thinking that you have to be somebody else or at a different level of energy or whatever it is we dream up that we say limits us. It's the decisions you make that keeps changing the way your life plays out. You raise your frequency with each success of having what you want in your life. And I don't mean about cars and houses and vacations. I'm talking about joy and peace and love and compassion, all of the things that are going to make you feel like a real human being, someone you can love and honor and respect. That's what this is all about. All the rest comes with the abundance consciousness. The last thing that I'm concerned with, looking around my house of all these years of abundance, I've come to the conclusion I don't need another thing, not a thing. What I do require for my peace is love, love of myself, people in my life, being there for myself and others, giving myself what I need so that I can be strong and feel confident and build up myself so that I can be there for those that I love. These are the things that we should be working on every day of our life so that we can say, I have done my part. I am where I have sought to be. And my heart is full. My life is full. My world is full. That's waking up from the dream. Because that was so long, I want to make sure that, let's see, yeah, that we don't go into segment 2. The waking up process, it isn't like somebody snaps their fingers and it happens. It's a daily working of yourself, but do it gently and lovingly. Do it respectful to your needs, to your life. Don't push yourself and make yourself miserable. He spoke about all the downside, the things we go through where we really don't even realize our face is all sallow and we're walking around, grinchy face and not smiling. And people see this and look in the mirror. I mean, it's such a good practice. Look in the mirror. Look at your face. Is it looking like that? Or do you see joy in your face and light in your face? If you don't, you need to really work on what is troubling you, what is hurting you, the people that push our buttons, the people that drive us, the people that are in our life that are so discontent. They're showing us aspects of what we have to work on within ourselves. If we see joy in them, we know we have that. But are we experiencing it? That's what we ask ourselves. And if the answer is no, then we have some inner work to do. Because remember, like he said, you can read and learn about how everybody does everything. You can watch it on videos and get all kinds of information. But that's not the healing. The healing has to be that you take all this in and find how you can use it within yourself. You see, each one of us will be doing it just a little bit differently when we feel that we're ready. Nobody wants to have a day where they're crying. But when you come out of those tears, if you've really owned it and felt it and took credit for being a part of this problem, you will feel the healing. You will feel relief. You will see that it isn't them and it isn't just you. It's both of you showing each other what needs to be done. When you're not living with someone, other people outside of the home will show you. You see, it doesn't matter what your circumstance is. People will find you. You have contracts with those people. Allow yourself to heal and trust when you get an impulse, a feeling. It's actually inspiration coming to you. That was a good release, John. It's quite amazing how our bodies respond to truth. It really is. The other day, something had happened, and Charlie and I were discussing it, and it was so healing. The two of us couldn't stop yawning. We kept yawning because that's a release, right? It's a release. Crying is a release. Coughing is a release. Yelling is a release. Whatever manner it comes out, let it happen. Give yourself the gift of healing. Treasure it as the greatest gift that you'll ever have, because only you can give it to yourself. Only you, no one else. So I'm going to stop here. I have more to say. In my closing statement, I want to have the song come up, and I want to talk about the song.
Okay,
Oh,
Christine.
yes, excuse me. And for those that listen on YouTube, you also can hear the video, the song, and the quote. Our Divine Origin is the YouTube channel, and it's you'll see a dove, a white dove in a purple box, and that is us. There's others, Our Divine Origins out there. Also, yeah, our website is ourdivineorigin.com. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing all of you coming onto our actual site and being part of us. All right, Janet, it's yours.
Okay, Christine, this is not recorded.
The song is Lord, Is It Mine? Did you hear what he was saying? The lonely times, the quiet place, the voice that comes through. That's what we want to seek. That's what we want to seek for, is that little voice. It's soft and loving that comes through. Eventually, you'll start hearing the voice of your own higher self, and everything changes. You start having the faith that you need to get where you want to go. And that place is love, right inside your own heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Okay, Christine, please pause the recording during segment. Thank you, my dear. And Barbara, can we please have your closing statement?
Absolutely. Waking from the dream. It could happen from a accident, illness, a loss. We talked about it in segment 2, all the different things that happen in our life that just jolts us out of where we were and brings us to our knees and realize I can't keep going in this direction anymore. I can't. Try to, in any way you can, not to have to go to that length. Start using every day the experiences that you have with others, the times when you're not feeling like you're getting through to yourself or to anybody else. Recognize the things that are showing you that you need to work on inside yourself. But remember, it isn't an effort, and don't say to me, I don't know what to do. You ask your higher self to help you, and that help will come. Although it may seem like you're not getting what you asked for, it will happen because you need to go through certain stages of this, emptying yourself to make room for the information to come, for the light to fill you, to empty your cup enough to be able to lift yourself into a little higher frequency so that you can bring yourself through this in a state of love, compassion, healed, whole, and complete. We can remain in our agony. We can suffer. Do you want to bring that into tomorrow? No, I don't. I know you don't. Most people say to me, but I don't want to go through it again. I don't want to think about the things that hurt me, the people that constantly are at me. Well, if you want a quick fix, you can make believe you're okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. But you're not. Everyone can see it in your fields or feel it at least. Or you can have it for eternity. Eternity. We are eternal beings. We never die. Yeah, our bodies come and they go. It's good sometimes.
Luckily.
Believe me, I'm thrilled. And but we are forever. And if you want to be raising yourself up into a place where everything is in order, in harmony and in balance, no longer do you have the polarities pulling you back and forth on the lines. You don't need opposites anymore. You just go forward. You get used to each realm, and it's so fascinating. And you learn the laws, and you keep going, and you do what you want. Everything is just what you always wish life to be. No more struggles. No more, I have to do this. I have to earn money. I have to. Now it's, what do I feel like doing today? What do I want to learn? What do I want to experience? That's where you're headed. Come out of the dream. Come into reality. Yes, it's harsh when you start seeing what the world really is like. It can be very shocking because it's always been doing this. You just didn't see it. It's never been any different. Never. But you didn't see it. You were sleeping like me. We didn't want to see it, or we had work to do that was too painful for us to serve other people in that way. So we had to stay partially asleep because we couldn't have done it otherwise, because our compassion would have taken over. Whatever your reasons were, are you ready to come out of that dream and into reality and heal yourself in a way that is to feel love for the first time? I mean, we all want to protect ourselves with the light, but when you surround yourself and seal yourself like that, unless you're going to travel at night, then you're automatically in your Merkaba. But if you do that all the time, thinking you have to protect yourself, you can't even feel love coming at you. You've sealed yourself inside this globe of protection. I'm not afraid of anything. I expand my energy field. That's the safest thing to do. So my light precedes me. I walk into a store or a shop or whatever, and this light just enters the room. Not that I'm so special. I'm just saying I consciously expand my light. So anybody that can't really deal with it won't come near me. They'll leave the aisle. And it's happened 1,000 times. I entered a deli once and the whole place cleared out. And the proprietor said to me, every time you come in here, everybody leaves. What is with you? Get out. I said, cut it out, Joe. His name was Joe. I said, I'm not scaring anybody out of here. And I couldn't explain to him what it was. I'm telling you, you are the light in the world. Become that beacon consciously. That's your safety right there. You can fill a whole room with yourself, but do it in love. Do it in love, not in fear that you need to protect yourself. Believe me, what's going on inside you is what you have to protect yourself from. It's not out there. Love yourself. Concentrate on the things that hurt you until you work them out of yourself. Witness your life, and you'll know exactly what you need to work on. Ask for help, and it'll be easy because your higher self will provide you with everything you need to get where you want to go. You will be your higher self, complete and utter divinity, but you have to work at it. This is our job here. We think everything else is so important. Oh, we got to go and make something of ourselves and become rich and famous. And oh my goodness, the only thing we're here for is to become the light in the world. The Christ in us becomes us. And that's what we become. And what greater place could you ever stand but in the light of God, expressing it, blessing people with it, helping the world to continue to expand into a 5D experience. It's the most beautiful thing you'll ever do. Yes, you become the sun. Lori, thank you. You become the sun, and the darkness can't hide from you. It can't touch you because you belong to God. And believe me, everyone knows your name because it's in the book of life. It's in the book of life. And the darkness tries to get you all fuddled and distract you, and that voice in your head is yakking away. And I listen to it for a while, and then I bless it. I smother it in violet fire, transmuting it into light. And I go, thank you, ego, for all the noise. Now I'm going to pray, and you will be still. And it is. Everything wants to express itself, right? Well, let it express itself. Listen to it. Maybe it'll give you some hints on stuff that you want to work on. Maybe it'll bring up something from the past. When I wake up, I'm dreaming like that, kind of coming out of sleep. And I'm thinking about people from the past. And after I let it all play out for a while, I just bless everyone I thought about and let them go. Yeah. Everything happens for a reason. Every thought, every action, every dream, everything. Just witness your life. Become the witness and the healer and the Christ. And you will be and you will live in the way that you dream of as the perfect life for you. When you wake up from the dream, you start the journey. Thank you for being here tonight. I really enjoyed being with you, and I wish you all the blessings that anyone could give you until I see you again on Wednesday.
Thank you, Barbara. Okay, this continues to be recorded. I will read our closing prayer. Please remain muted. We are deeply grateful for this forum. We thank those in attendance for your attention, for your wonderful questions, comments, and stories that touched our hearts and opened our minds to new possibilities. Our collective energy has filled this forum with light and love for each other. We are so grateful that each of us brings guides and angelic beings to the forum, raising the frequency ever higher. We are grateful for the assistance, inspiration, and guidance from the benevolent beings overseeing the forum. Know we are all deeply loved and richly blessed. So be it. We invite all of you to remain for a 10-minute prayer before saying goodnight to each other. We will be closing the evening with a planetary prayer as our collective call for the light to bless every kingdom upon the earth, to create a new heaven and a new earth. The words are on the screen to help you recite this beautiful prayer. Okay, this continues to be recorded, Christine.
Please recite it. Don't just listen to the voice. Please. Your voice is very important, and it's connecting the web of light all throughout wherever you are. You're spreading it that far, and you're the anchor for it.
So let's sit nice and tall in our seats, our feet on the ground. Straighten up your spine. Let that light be able to move nicely through your body. Feel your feet on the floor. Call up that light into your feet, up your legs, the trunk of your body, your arms, hands, up your neck and in your head as it loops back down into the earth, through your body, out the soles of your feet in a continuous flow. Let's begin setting everything into motion. I call for the divine Christ radiance to surround me, hermetically sealing around me. Nothing but love can penetrate this seal of divine light. I call for the divine light to enter my crown directly from source, moving through every atom, molecule, cell, and energy within my body and fields. The flow of divine light moves through my body into the earth, out through the soles of my feet, continuing in a steady flow and building in potency. I ask my higher self to connect my heart with the other prayer warriors all over the world, to create a unified effort as one mind, one heart, one intent. I call to the benevolent beings of light for their assistance. I ask my higher self to add power to the words of this planetary visualization. Now let us rest in the divine light, concentrating on our breath and on the light flowing. Let it clear your mind, breathing in the divine light and hold it. Now breathe out the divine light. Breathing in the divine light, hold it. Now breathe out the divine light. One last time. Breathing in the divine light, hold it. Now breathe out all the divine light. Extending your arms, turn the palms of your hands to face each other, about a foot apart. Visualize the earth and her atmosphere between your hands. The light will begin to flow into your hands and into the earth and her atmosphere. You'll feel it flowing. Let us call in the divine light. I am calling the violet ray as violet fire to flow directly from source into the earth's atmosphere, penetrating into the earth's surface all the way through to the core in a steady flow. I am calling the divine Christ radiance to move through my body, out through my hands and heart. The divine light is pouring into the earth's atmosphere, penetrating the surface and continuing to the center of the planet in a steady flow, blessing the earth in divine light. Now let us direct the divine light with authority. I am directing the divine light into the planetary grid lines, the electronic grid and meridian lines surrounding the Earth, the ley lines crisscrossing the Earth, repairing and charging these lines as the divine light moves in a continuous flow. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the kingdoms represented on Earth and all life within each kingdom, the elemental, plant and food chain, the animal kingdom, human kingdom, angelic kingdom, and all kingdoms known and unknown. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the dimensions of the Earth, penetrating these dimensions and all life within each dimension. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the waters of the Earth, on the surface, under the surface, in the atmosphere, and all life within these waters, purifying the water as God intended in the beginning. I am directing the divine light to penetrate all land masses, the continents and islands of land upon the Earth's surface, and all life living upon the surface and under the surface. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the cities, towns, and communities upon the land, and all life living within inhabited locations on the Earth. I am directing divine light to penetrate all of humanity on Earth, every man, woman, and child incarnated on Earth, lifting them in the light, awakening and ascending ever higher as divine source intended from the beginning. I am directing the divine light to penetrate all species of animals on the land, flying in the sky, all organisms and elementals on the surface and beneath the surface of the Earth. I am visualizing the benevolent beings of light upon the Earth, assisting all humanity, showing us the way, guiding us, assisting those awakened, and embracing those just awakening, leading humanity to a higher reality and to bring the concepts of a higher order of divine love for yourself and others. Now breathing deeply, taking in the entire picture of all that you have visualized, marveling as you help create a new heaven and a new earth, filled with divine light as divine source intended from the beginning. Let us express our gratitude. I am thanking the benevolent beings of light for their assistance and guidance. I thank my higher self for giving power to my words, manifesting my divine vision. I thank the divine light for its steady flow of purity to all creation. I thank Mother Earth for providing all of our needs from her abundance and beauty. I thank the angels in every color of the rainbow for their daily assistance and blessings. And I thank our divine source for all of creation. Concentrating on your hands as that light is pouring into the earth. And now place your hands upon your heart and feel the divine flow of light, giving thanks for being of service to our divine source. Now rest your arms, press your feet to the floor, become aware of your surroundings. And when you are feeling ready, open your eyes and return fully present. This visualization in Directives of Light is to co-create and manifest the transformation of our planet, giving back to her for all she offers to us. This is God's plan for this planet and all life upon her. So be it, and so it is. Amen and amen. You can have a copy of this visualization and a prayer to cleanse the earth. Visit our website, ourdivineorigin.com. Thank you.
Okay, Christine, please stop the recording for the rest of the night and return